you got there, Spencer? It's exciting. Time for our BCU update. Ah! What's going on, Spencer?
How's it going?
Tell us what's up. Where are we?
We are the Crypto Kings, and we are at our office, and this is our new crypto lab where all our research takes place.
Okay.
My name is Spencer. Behind the camera, we have Alex Hillman, and so just thought I'd show you around. We had a couple of GPU miners that were sitting here. We have our FPGA rigs. We have our NVIDIA GPU miners, which are somehow still profitable.
Even at $100 F.
Even at $100 F.
Still profitable. That's why I have Spencer here. He's the tuning wizard. Okay, go on. What else we got going on?
We have our acorns.
We got some more acorns coming. So these are considered micro FPGAs.
Yeah.
Pull that puppy out.
So these are GPU accelerators. So you can see, 360, let's go board. These go into an M2 slot, and they'll fit into basically anything. You have to be careful. They are a millimeter wider than the M2 spec is, so they might not fit into every port.
13 instead of 12.
That's why you get something like this. This is the Asus Hyper M2, M2 to PCIe 16 adapter.
That's this guy right here. And this was I saw a couple of the smart guys using this on the Discord.
Yeah, so these, if you already have mining hardware around, there's no point in buying a Nest because it's going to be more than twice the price of what this is going to cost you. And so yeah, if you don't need those USB slots and you're running a mining motherboard like we do, like the Asus Mining Expert, then you can just grab one of these and you'll actually be pretty good.
Okay, so we'll share some photos of that on Instagram and on our Crypto Kings page. But now, so you're telling me the 12 cards are still profitable?
They're still profitable.
What are we doing right here? This is one of our clients. We're doing some research and development trying to see if we can make AMD profitable in the bear market. And how's that been going?
Not good.
We're close though.
We're close though.
We're a lot closer than anybody else.
Pretty much.
But these are the 570s, and we're hoping that the Acorn acceleration.
Yeah, that's actually our main purpose of having the Acorns, is we want to try and get these AMD rigs profitable in this bear market. We've got
a couple clients and friends with a whole couple warehouses full of those puppies off right now. And we're lucky that we can keep our machines on. So now, here's what everyone is. Oh, what's this going on? We also have, if people have free power, what do you recommend?
Turn on your miners.
Turn on your miners!
AMD miners still profitable if you've got free power, so.
Do you understand? So if you get your power included with your rental, your client, with your tenants agreement, with your lease, any of those things, if you can work power into that stuff right now, that's a hell of a smart thing to do. Now, what have the people been waiting for, Spencer? Why are we here?
Well, what I've been spending most of my days on these days, basically all my time, is these FPGA rigs. So this is our VCU1525 rig. These are FPGAs made by Xilinx. They've got a blower cooler on them, so they're a bit easier to cool. And right now, we're actually mining OX Bitcoin on it, and I got OX Bitcoin mining on all 9 cards. So this is just our preliminary run. I've got it doing, 95 gigahashes.
Yeah, so stable and cool.
Stable and cool. All of our cards are running usually like high 70s to low 80s, and those aren't with the miner powers. You really shouldn't trust the miner power rates.
No. No. And can we talk? Okay, let's take a look.
You can actually see, like, so here we have this 213 card
and
the miner. It's saying 6.6. If we go to power play, we're actually looking at 87, 86. So those are some huge differences.
There is quite a lot of discrepancy. So what are people looking at right now? Get your finger out of the way. What are people looking at right now?
This is LT power play, and what this does is it allows you to change a bunch of the settings. Most importantly is the voltage command setting. And so what you want to be doing is you want to be usually lowering that to try and reduce heat. Oh, here, we're actually going to lower... I don't know.
Alright, I'll take that from you. I'll let you use your keyboard. So Spencer's going to make a manual configuration change to the cards, and you're going to attempt to lower the power while keeping them stable, so that it costs less to produce the coins, and most likely is going to reduce the heat and the loss as well, right?
Yeah. So, so we only want to be changing this down by we're going to go from 7.73 to 0.71.
Yep.
And initially.
Now,
and on the VCUs, you can do this while it's running. It's not recommended to make these changes. I'm having to swap the keyboard and mouse.
But you see all these cables coming out of the back of that. Spencer had to manually wire up these control cables to allow us to interface with the VCUs in real time. This is not...
So in Windows, you have to have a USB interface if you want to program the cards, if you're using something like Zephyron's bit streams. The other bit streams, you have to have the PCIe connectors. And so if you're running Linux, you'll be running the All-Mine shell, and you'll be mining those cards. And the All-Mine shell actually has a power controller in it, so you don't need the dongle for it. But with these VCUs, the DC6138, you can see this here. It's you can get these from Zephyron right now, pre-wired, and they just plug into the ports on here. And then your computer, or you can actually use another computer.
Yeah, that's
which is what they
doing,
suggest. Yeah. And you can then do all this on another computer and then run it on.
So you were saying you're going to try to lower the voltage here. Now, how did that go?
So what we're going to do is we're going to commit the changes to RAM, and that's not what we're doing is we're not committing changes to non-volatile RAM. And what the non-volatile RAM will do is it'll keep the changes after you've powered down the FPGA, and so you won't have to go and change it. But you don't, if you're going to be changing bit streams a lot, or
if you're in a development and testing
phase,
phase,
you don't want to make anything permanent. You want to do it so that if you do have to shut down, it'll go back to the original values.
Yeah, because the hope is the original values with the bit streams should be accurate.
So,
but now, what was one of the problems we had with some of the power ratings that came out of pre-configured out of the Squirrel research?
So the BCUs, I had an FPGA developer friend take a look at the values that we got on our other cards, because we should have been able to use the DC dongle to change the values. But I'd go in, I'd change the VCC, or VCInt, and I would try to commit the changes, and I'd get a big error saying that other values are out of range. So I actually haven't used the DC dongle on the VCUs yet, because I want to figure out if the cards that we got are some different, or if there's something that they're changed to, because the individual I talked to said that all the cards that he received didn't have any problems with the stock values.
But our values were off when you showed
all
them.
8 cards that I've tested. So, be careful with your FPGAs.
Yeah, and so what basically you want to just double confirm the power values
and any other settings that are in LT power play.
Thank you. And this is just so that if there is any misconfiguration or poor values or stuff that isn't applicable to what you're trying to use the card for, you don't burn anything up. And we do know cards have been burning.
Yeah. So,
what's your
so as you can see, we have our read beat out has now changed down to 7.1, and we've had our temperatures drop to 83. So I'm actually going to change this down to 6.9 and run it, and we'll get a bit of a drop in hash rate, but our temperature savings will be like way low.
Yeah, and so mostly we're fighting currently with temperature issues on most of the bit streams. We are limited as the power issues are more corrected, and as some of the better logic is implemented in the bit streams, there will be more efficiency. But in the meantime, as you can see, we've had to pack these suckers real tight in a Hydra 6U case. And as you can see, we got Delta fans running. Those Delta fans will take your fingers off. You gotta be real careful with these. But the reason we're doing that is to create a lot of thrust across and through the case. Keep that passive air moving, keep the heat pools moving, and keep the air circulating. So, some people are water cooling the equipment, some people have immersion cooled it, Some people are using passive outside Canadian air in their sheds, but right now we are doing this in a laboratory, situation. And let me check the passive temperature in our lab right now. Where you got the? It's over here. There it is. Our passive temperatures in the lab right now are 21 degrees Celsius, and our humidity is at 23%. As you can see, that is not a competitive advantage. That is not 3 degrees above freezing.
Nope.
But we certainly can try this, right? One of the things we thought about was maybe mounting some things. We've got cages here over the windows, but we could do some tower mounts over here. We could pipe in some cold air.
I'd
from
really
outside.
like to experiment with the immersion cooling. So, you know, if anyone wants to hook us up with the equipment.
Yes, and I have some experience. I used to do those for tattoo shops and things, the computers for the displays, for trade shows. But we want to do it from a thermal quality, thermal rating. We want to help someone sell a whole lot of immersion technology to a whole lot of very sophisticated miners with a whole lot of people's money ready to spend on solutions for cooling. So if you think you can meet those solutions with immersion, let us know.
Yeah.
And we got money. We're not broke, but we can get you a lot more money too. That's for sure. But only if it works.
Yeah.
That's it. If it's dog shit, we'll have to acknowledge it's dog shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as you can see, look, we are temperatures under 80 now in power play.
Temperatures under 80 in power play, and everything is still remaining stable. You want to show us the cards running again one more time, brother? So as you can see, nothing's aired out or logged out here in the background. Pretty cool. Look at all those cards. So Spencer's a wizard. What are we doing next, Spencer? I'll get you over by the GPU wall. What else are you working on today?
Well, we're also working on our clusters.
Okay, the rest of the clusters.
And payouts is another thing that we're working on.
Yeah,
trying to get those out to everyone.
We gotta get payouts out today. Yeah, everyone from last month.
Yep.
Okay, so what things can people ask you in the comments? What things do you need help with? And what's the coolest thing that you're doing this week?
Oh, well, anything. If you have any problems with your FPGAs or you need someone else to talk to, I'm open. If you have anything you'd like to add, something I'm doing wrong, something I could be doing better, let me know. I'd really like to be using that DC dongle on the BCUs, but I'm just not sure if it's what we should be doing yet.
Yeah.
So, still haven't tested the all-mine shell, but that's one of the things that's on the list. And yeah, expanding the GPU wall. As you can see, it's getting wider.
It's getting bigger and wider and too wide and thicker.
We might need the space soon.
We might literally have to get rid of it.
Well,
there might be no more GPU wall. It might be full of GPUs.
It might be.
Okay. Oh, and farm. We're talking about farm power.
Oh, yeah.
So the BC Hydro just made an announcement, and they're looking at making some discounted rates for crypto farms.
Yep.
And we're going to be one of the first people to apply for that, both for our warehouse and for the property here.
Yeah.
So air high five with the camera for that one, Spencer. Woo! Cheap power. Okay, that's Spencer, my head of research and technology here at Crypto Kings. My name is Alex. I'm the sharp-looking business sales guy, and in the meantime, not in the hat. In the meantime, we're just going to keep figuring out how to break all these machines and make them into Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
Okay. So keep mining, keep accumulating, and keep holding.
Okay, get out of here. I gotta work.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what should I be doing?
What? I don't know. You can figure it out.
So you gotta research.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, research.
Okay. Bye, Spencer.
Bye.
Thanks for your time.
Are you going out on safari?
It's fucking jungle in here, bud. Spencer, I meant to ask you, how much money are they making?
$15 a card.
But that's just on this OX stream, right?
That's on OX Bitcoin, and we're only running the 12 gigahash stream or bit stream.
And we did have them up to what, about $28, $29 per day there?
Yeah, with the private bit streams for a while, we were doing actually like $25, $28.
Okay.
And so we're hoping. So right now, that algorithm isn't profitable anymore, so we're now switching to OX Bitcoin because that's what's profitable right now.
Yep.
And so we're just waiting for the next private bit stream, and then we're going to switch all of our cards onto that.
We're looking anywhere between $20 to $50 per card, very likely here in the next week or two.
And like, we're still so early in the technology of the FPGAs.
So many improvements to be made.
Like, so yeah, like sky's the limit at this point. I truly think the FPGAs are the way mining's going. I think GPU mining will last, but I don't think it'll last as long as the FPGAs will.
I think the best way to think of it is the FPGAs are like having a day one ASIC miner on day one,
basically,
every time.
Yeah.
Because once the new points, the new algorithms hit, once they fork or harden or add code to try and harden the ASICs, essentially you just reprogram it and you're good to go again.
You're good to go.
So it's like a day one ASIC every time, folks. Every friggin' time. And so what are we going to be doing? Some of our clients are looking at, we're going to be selling some 2 and 4 card VCUs.
Yeah, so 8 card FPGA miner, maybe not the most accessible for everyone. So we're going to be, if you
by
do
accessible
have some,
being the difficulty of running and the cost of the initial investment.
Just the initial investment.
It's a $70,000 computer.
Like,
let's be serious.
Yeah. So if you are interested in more like the $20,000-$30,000 range, we are going to be offering options where we do 2 or 4 FPGAs, maybe even 1 FPGA. Well, we're going to have to do a bit more research, find a good quality case to put everything in, but if you want it, we can build it.
And that's why we do $2 million of sales in the bear market. Now, Spencer, what do they get with that? Do they get you?
They get me.
Do they get our ongoing support?
They get our ongoing support.
And do they get all our access to private bit streams?
They get any of our access to private bit streams, and also we have a couple private groups that we run that are great places for asking questions on crypto in general.
Yeah, so the value certainly is in the equipment, but more importantly with the sophisticated, high-end, very complicated, very arbitrary, very mysterious at times equipment. It helps to have someone you can call 24/7
for sure.
that knows what the hell they're talking about. And you're looking at the guy right now. So that's the real value. Man, people pay us $10K a month for consulting. For $10K you get a computer and Spencer. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Lambos.
Lambos.
Lambos.